Raj has $1,600 more invested at 5% than he does at 8%. The annual return from the 5% investment is $17 more than the annual return from the 8% investment. How much is the investment at each rate? Now, in solving this kind of a problem, I will suggest that we can make a table and then work our way through. So let me just make a table here, and this table we will show the investments. Now it says $1,600 more invested at 5% than he does at 8%. So let's say this is the investment at 5% and then this is investment at 8%, right? Now in this table, let us assume that investment at 8% is X. Let's say 8% investment is X, right? So it says Raj has $1,600 more invested in 5%. So it'd be X plus 1,600. So this is investment, right? In our formula, P equals to, we'll talk about it later. Okay, so this is the investment. The annual return from 5% investment is $17 more than the annual return from 8%. Now, return is interest. So, interest is the return. Let me explain you this part, which is equals to P times R times T, where P is the amount invested, principal amount invested, which we are calling investment. R is the rate of investment. So in this table, what we have here, these are the rates, right? And this is investment, which is as good as P. And time T is 1 year, right? Annual. Annual means 1 year. So T is 1. Now, if you look into it, that is the return. So let's read the question once again to get our second equation. Raj has $1,600 more invested at 5% than he does at 8%. That's the first equation. That on 8%, X dollars has been invested, and on 5%, X plus 1,600. So let me correct this. 1,600, right? Okay. Annual return from the 5% investment is 17 more than the annual return from 8%. So let's calculate what is from 8%. We'll add 17 to that and get the return from 5%. Return from 8% will be, as I say, principal amount, which is X, times rate, which is 8%. So it is X times 8 over 100, 8%, right? Time is 1 year, annual. So we get this value as 0.08x. Correct? Now here, how much is the return? Actual return should be, this is the amount. So we'll write this amount, which is X plus 1,600 times 5%, times 5 over 100, correct? Which is 0.05 times X plus 1,600, correct? Now it is given to us that this amount is 17 more than annual return from 8%. 17 more than this. Do you see that? So that gives us the equation. So our equation is that 0.05 times X plus 1,600 is equal to 0.08x plus $17. So that is our equation. Do you see that? So that is how we get the equation for this problem. And now solving this equation, we can find the value of X, and then we know how much is invested at each rate. Correct? So let's solve this. So to solve this, let's expand. So 0.05x, so we get 0.05x plus, let's use calculator. So we have 1,600 times 0.05, which is equals to $80, equals to 0.08x plus 17. Now we can bring the like terms together and the constants together. So we get 80 minus 17 equals to 0.08x minus 0.05x. Now we get 80 minus 70. Let's use calculator. We need to divide this also. So we got 80 minus 17 is equals to 63. And this is 0.03x. To get x, we need to divide 63 by 0.03. So we'll divide 63 by 0.03 to get 2100. So we get our answer as 2100. So that is the total amount x. And what is x? X is investment at 8%, right? And now therefore we can write down our answer. And so our answer will be, how much is investment at each rate? So it is $2100 at 8% and $1600 more, right? So 2100 plus, so we'll write 2100 plus 1600 at 5%. And how much is that? Let's add it up. So that is 6 plus 1, 7, and 2 plus 1, 3700, right? So $3700 is invested at 5% and $2100 is invested at 8%. So that is how this problem will be done. I hope you understand it. And you also understand this formula, interest is PRT. That's the main thing, right? That helps you to find the return on investment. It's a simple interest example which we are taking at present. So that's how you will do it. Thank you and all the best.